Our story opens with a group of Penguin's men putting guns into crates. A thug yells out, "Hurry up boys, the boss needs these out tonight." Another thug asks, "Who are they selling these to anyways?" The thug responds saying, "Stop asking questions or I'll put a bullet in you." The other thug responds saying, "I was just asking, chill out." The lights in the warehouse then go out. The thugs are confused. Nightwing begins taking out the thugs one by one. The lights turn back on and all the thugs except two are knocked out on the floor. A thug says, "Is it the bat?" The other thug responds saying, "It can't be, we're in Bloodhaven." Nightwing from the floor above says, "Your friend's right, I'm not the Batman." The thugs try to shoot Nightwing, but Nightwing throws wingdings into the gun muzzles. He then throws his eskrima stick at one of the thugs and jumps down. One of the thugs says, "Don't hurt me." The other thug replies, "You coward." Nightwing knocks out one of the thugs and begins walking towards the other one. Nightwing says, "Alright, tell me what you know and I won't hurt you." The thug responds saying, "I don't know anything, I swear." Nightwing groans in annoyance and says, "Looks like I have to hurt you." Nightwing dislocates the thug's thumb and the thug yells, "Ow, son of a bitch." Nightwing responds saying, "Now will you tell me?" The thug responds says, "Fine, Penguin is smuggling guns in and out of Bloodhaven." Nightwing asks who are the buyers. The thug says, "That's all I know, we can't ask around too much." Nightwing says, "Thanks for the help." Nightwing begins walking away, but the thug says, "What about his thumb?" Nightwing turns around and says, "Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me." Nightwing grabs his thumb, and the thug says it hurts. Nightwing responds saying, "Quit crying, you big baby, it isn't broken." Nightwing then snaps the man's thumb back into place. Nightwing gets up and walks away. The thug says to himself, "I'm so dead." We transition to Dick arriving back at his base. Barbara asks, "Hey, how did it go?" Dick says, "About as good as expected, but I did get some needed info. It seems Ozzy is using Bloodhaven as his base of operations to smuggle guns." Barbara responds saying, "Cobblepot's operation is mainly in Bloodhaven and not Gotham? Interesting." Dick says, "Is our friend from Star City back yet?" Barbara responds saying, "No, she's still helping there." Dick says, "Alright, I saw this logo on the crates at the warehouse, and see if you can find anything on it. I'll see if the police department has any information as well." Dick arrives at the Bloodhaven Police Department. Alfonso Pienza greets Dick and says, "Hey Grayson, did you see Nightwing snagged a bunch of Cobblepot's thugs last night?" Dick says, "No, I didn't." Alfonso says, "How did you miss it? It was all over the news." Dick says, "I must have not been paying attention, but I'll look into it. How many did he get?" Alfonso says, "I want to say around 10, most of which are in the cells downstairs." Dick asks Alfonso if Elise is already working on the case. Alfonso responds saying, "I think so." Dick says, "Good, I've got something else I need to do for another case, and then I'll hop on that." Alfonso asks, "Cool, need any help?" Dick says, "Thanks, but I got it." Dick walks into his office and begins researching the logo he saw. Dick thinks in his head, "What is this? It's Black Skull, it can't be Ciotus. Ozzy and him hate each other." Elise walks in. "Grayson, I think I broke one of the suspects." Dick says, "Be right there." Dick walks into the interrogation room and sits down. The suspect asks, "Who are you?" Dick responds saying, "I'm Detective Richard Grayson. What's your name?" The suspect says, "Liam Kirby." Dick responds saying, "Okay, Liam, what were you doing at that warehouse last night?" Liam responds saying, "We were putting guns into crates and smuggling them to Gotham." Dick responds saying, "Why is Cobblepot smuggling guns to Gotham? Isn't he based out of there?" Liam says, "I can't tell you that. He doesn't let us know anything." Dick says, "Anything else you can tell me?" Liam says, "Maybe, but I need time to think. But I'll work with you if you can protect me from him." Dick says, "We'll keep you safe." Dick walks into the viewing area. Dick says, "Nice work." Elise says, "We make a good team, Grayson. I'm bad cop and you're good cop." Dick responds saying, "I can be bad cop sometimes." Elise responds saying, "I'd pay to see you be bad cop." Dick says, "It takes a little, but I can do it." We transition to Dick arriving back at his base. Dick asks Barbara if anything's new. Barbara says, "Yeah, there's a shipping yard with Penguin thugs patrolling it." Dick says, "Looks like I gotta crash the party." Barbara says, "Oh, and she'll meet you there." Dick responds saying, "Cool." We transition to Nightwing scouting the shipping yard. Black Canary arrives. Nightwing says, "Hey, I've been waiting for you." Black Canary responds saying, "Sorry, boyfriend problems." Nightwing responds saying, "Is he alright?" Black Canary says, "Yeah, but he's still stubborn as ever." Nightwing says, "Yeah, I can relate. Well, not the boyfriend part, more adoptive father issues." Black Canary responds saying, "Oh, daddy issues." Nightwing responds saying, no, well, kind of. Anyways, let's go see what Cobblepot's guys are doing in there." Black Canary says, "After you." We transition to the Penguin thugs patrolling the yard. Nightwing jumps towards a thug and tackles him. Black Canary jumps down behind Nightwing and takes down 2 guards. Nightwing knocks out his guard and gets cornered by 2 armed guards. Nightwing smirks as Black Canary jumps on the crate behind him and uses her canary cry to stun the guards. Nightwing then knocks them out. Nightwing says, "Damn, that's a cool power." Black Canary says, "Let's see what's in these crates." Nightwing opens a container just to see more guns. Black Canary opens the shipping container and yells at Nightwing, telling him to get over there. Nightwing walks over to see a group of children in the container. Both he and Black Canary are shocked by it. The police arrive at the shipping yard. Elise says, Jesus, guns we can handle, but children? Cobblepot must be really upping his status for Dick of the Year. Dick says, we need to stop him. We can't let any children get hurt. A distraught mother arrives at the scene. The mother yells, is my daughter here? Where's my daughter? Elise tells the woman that she needs to calm down. The mother yells at Elise, telling her, don't tell me to calm down, tell me if my daughter's here. Dick walks over and says, I'm Detective Richard Grayson, and this is my partner Elise Silvaboda. What's your name? The mother says, Sandra Perez. Dick says, okay, what's your daughter's name? Sandra responds saying, Laura Perez. Dick radios saying, this is Detective Richard Grayson. Do we have any children with the last name Perez? An officer radios back saying, no sir. Dick says, I'm sorry ma'am, we don't have your daughter. Sandra begins to break down as Black Canary across the street looks on. We transition to Dick arriving at his base. Dick says, Babs, I need you to look up any missing children with the name Laura Perez. Barbara responds saying, there's about 5 listed. You have any more info? Dick says, mother's name is Sandra Perez. Barbara says, okay, I found her. Age 10, brown eyes, black hair, race Hispanic. Dick asks, how long ago did she go missing? Barbara says 3 weeks. Dinah says, we could be too late, Dick. Dick looks worried and says, we'll find her. Barbara, keep looking. The guns can wait. We need to find Laura and any other children Cobblepot's taken. We transition to Dick arriving at the police station. Dick asks, anything new on Cobblepot? Elise says, no, we've been working like hell trying to get these children back to their families. Dick says, I'll go see if our rat has any information. Dick heads down into the cells to talk to Liam. He sees Liam's cell slightly open. He opens the cell to see Liam hanging from the ceiling. We transition to Dick, Elise, and Alphonse sitting in a room. Elise says, how the hell did this happen? Alphonse responds saying, Cobblepot has a lot of connections. We should have saw this coming. Dick says, Alphonse is right. This is our fault. Elise responds saying, they hung him with bed sheets from the goddamn ceiling. Those damn animals. Dick thinks and then says, it wasn't a dirty cop who did the killing itself. It was the other inmates, but someone let them in his cell. Alphonse responds saying, what are you saying? Dick says, the inmates knew he was a rat. That means we're on Cobblepot's trail. We're close. If we find the girl, we find Cobblepot. But we need to find who let them do it. Dick goes through the sign-in sheet for the camera controls. Dick says, it was Zach Elfman. Elise responds saying, Elfman? He's a rookie. Alphonse says, he didn't come in today. We transition to Zach driving out of town. A motorcycle pulls in front of him, bringing him to a stop. Zach says to himself, what the hell? It's revealed to be Black Canary. She screams, bursting all the windows of the car. Nightwing pulls Zach out of the car. Nightwing asks, going somewhere, buddy? Zach says, what the hell is this? I'm a cop. Black Canary responds saying, a dirty cop. Zach says, what are you talking about? Nightwing says, we know you let the inmates kill Liam Kirby. Why did you let them in? Zach says, shit. Nightwing says, tell us, or she screams again. Zach responds, fine. Cobblepot offered me a lot of money. He saw I was in deep debt and gave me a way out of it. Nightwing asks, where is he? Zach says, he's in Bloodhaven, probably some fancy hotel. Nightwing says, thanks. He then knocks Zach out. We transition to Nightwing and Black Canary arriving back at the base. Nightwing says, Babs, look at all the guest lists for hotels in Bloodhaven. Barbara asks, okay, what am I looking for? Nightwing says, Cobblepot, or any possible aliases for him. Barbara responds saying, I think I found a possible match. I have a Frank Chesterfield. He seems to match Cobblepot's MO. Nightwing asks, which hotel? Barbara responds saying, the Forsyth Hotel. Nightwing responds saying, let's go get him. Barbara says, Dick, Cobblepot most likely has that hotel on lockdown. Nightwing responds saying, I know. Barbara says, be careful. Nightwing responds saying, never. We transition to thugs patrolling a hotel hallway. Black Canary takes out one of the guards. Nightwing jumps down from a vent and knocks out the other guard. Nightwing overcomes asks Barbara which room is Cobblepot in. Barbara responds saying, room 1941. Black Canary says, that's 2 floors above us. Barbara then says, Dinah, Dick, you have guards coming up the stairwell. Nightwing looks over at one of the guards and sees he's wearing a heart monitor on his wrist. Nightwing says, looks like Ozzy knows we're here. The guards swing open the stairwell door. A guard yells out, kill the freaks. Black Canary uses her scream to stun the guards. Nightwing jumps off the wall and begins fighting the guards. Black Canary then joins the fight. Nightwing yells, heads up. Nightwing kicks a guard towards Black Canary and she clotheslines him. They knock out all the guards. Black Canary says, that was fun. Barbara says, there's more on the way. There's 2 groups, one coming up the floors below and one coming from the floor above. Black Canary says, I'll take the ones below. Nightwing then says, good luck. Nightwing and Black Canary enter the stairwell. They engage in fights with the 2 groups. Nightwing gets through his group of guards and continues towards Cobblepot's room. Nightwing enters a hallway. Nightwing says, "I'm in the hallway. I see his room." A thug busts through the wall next to Nightwing and they crash into a room across the hall. Nightwing hits the thug up against the head with his eskrima stick. Nightwing gets up to see a thug stick a needle in his arm. Nightwing asks, "Babs, what is that drug?" Barbara says, "It looks like a tame version of Titan." Nightwing responds saying, "Oh, nice." The thug charges at Nightwing. Nightwing ducks out of the way. The thug crashes through another room and looks winded. Nightwing jumps onto his back and tries to knock him out. Nightwing then gets thrown through a wall, and Nightwing groans saying, "That really hurt." The thug picks up Nightwing by the throat. Nightwing tries punching the thug to get free. Black Canary breaks through the door and screams. The thug drops Nightwing. Nightwing tases the thug with his eskrima stick by sticking them on the thug's head. The thug gets knocked out. Black Canary asks, "Did you kill him?" Nightwing catches his breath and says, "No, he'll be fine, but he might have a hard time eating." Nightwing and Black Canary enter Cobblepot's room. Cobblepot says, "So, you found me." Nightwing asks, "Where are the children you're smuggling?" Cobblepot responds saying, "Now why would I tell you that?" Black Canary responds saying, "Because if you don't, you'll be in a lot of pain soon." Nightwing says, "Oswald, tell us now." Cobblepot responds saying, "Fine, fine. The children are in a warehouse in the Narrows." Black Canary says, "Good decision." Black Canary knocks Cobblepot out. They begin walking out of the room. Nightwing says, "Barbara, the children are in a warehouse in the Narrows." Black Canary says, "Let's go get them." Nightwing responds saying, "Something's off though, because that was way too easy, almost like he doesn't care if we find them." Black Canary tells Nightwing that doesn't matter right now. We transition to guards patrolling a warehouse. A guard says, "Man, I didn't sign up to be smuggling kids." A guard responds saying, "Shut up, we do whatever the boss asks." The guard responds saying, "They're still kids, man." The guard gets an eskrima stick thrown at his head and gets knocked out. Black Canary knocks out the other guard. Nightwing and Black Canary enter the warehouse. They see children in a circle with their mouths taped shut and chained to the floor. Black Canary says, "Jesus." Nightwing removes his mask and tells the children it's okay, they're safe now. He removes the tape from the children's mouth. Black Canary unlocks the chains. Nightwing then puts his mask back on and tells Barbara that they need the police here ASAP. The police arrive at the warehouse. Elise says, "How many children were saved?" Alphonse responds saying, "Around 10. Dick asks, "Who saved them?" Alphonse responds saying, "Nightwing and his friend." Dick looks over to Sandra looking for her daughter. A little girl runs up to her and hugs her. We transition to Nightwing entering an apartment. Sandra turns around to see him. Nightwing says, "It's okay. I'm not here to hurt you." Sandra asks, "What do you want?" Nightwing responds saying, "I wanted to say I'm glad you got your daughter back, and that I hope you and her lives can get back to normal." Nightwing prepares to jump out of the window. Sandra says, "Sir?" Nightwing responds saying, "Yes, ma'am." Sandra says, "God bless you." We transition to Cobblepot being put in his cell at Blackgate. The guards walk away. Cobblepot sits down and the lights go out. The lights then come back on, and Cobblepot sees Deathstroke standing in front of him. Deathstroke tells Cobblepot that he has failed his mission. Cobblepot responds saying, "The kid and his friend put me in here. Please, get me out of here and I can repay my debt." Deathstroke tells Cobblepot that it's too late. The boss has made up his mind on him. Cobblepot yells, begging Deathstroke not to kill him. Deathstroke then beheads Cobblepot and the lights go off and back on, and Deathstroke is gone. We transition to Black Canary leaving Bloodhaven. Dick says, "So you're going back to Star City?" Dinah responds saying, "Yeah, I think I'm ready to go back there." Dick responds saying, "Okay, well if you or your friend ever need any help, just give me or Barbara a call." Dinah says, "I will, thank you." Dick says, "Good luck." Dinah says, "You too." Dinah then drives off, and Dick gets a phone call. He says, "Hey Bruce, what's up?" Bruce tells Dick that he needs him in Gotham now. Dick says he's on his way. We transition to a building with armed guards. A man wearing a red mask and hoodie bursts through the windows and begins shooting the guards. A guard tries to stop him but gets stabbed in the neck. A guard yells, "Someone kill him." The man shoots the guard in the head. Another guard tries to grab a phone, but the man throws a throwing star through the guard's hand. The guard hears gunshots and screaming, then silence. He hears the man walk closer. The man stops to shoot an injured guard in the head. The guard asks, "Who are you? Are you Batman?" The man takes a throwing star out of the guard's hand and pushes him to the ground. The man says, "Do I look like the goddamn Batman to you?" The man points his gun at the guard's head. The guard says, "No, please." The man then shoots him through the head.